Devotional, Tuesday 21st of April 2020. 25th of January 2006 is not a day 42-year-old Nick Flynn wants to remember. Nick was enjoying an apparently innocent visit to the Fitzwilliam Museum in Cambridge when he tripped over his shoelace, fell down a staircase and crashed into 3 extremely expensive 300-year-old Qing dynasty vases from China, some of the museum's most prized assets. The vases shattered into hundreds of pieces. Mr. Flynn was left with a bruised leg and a red face. The museum were left with a very tricky repair job and a huge bill, as well as barely concealing wrath against what they thought was a clumsy individual who couldn't keep his balance. What was interesting about the story, though, as it gained worldwide coverage through the media, was Mr. Flynn's unashamed denial that he'd done anything wrong and his flat refusal to apologise, although he admitted the incident was regrettable. In an interview with Radio 4 in the weeks following, he explained his actions in the following way. I tripped on my shoelace, missed a step, crash, bang, wallop. There was 1 million pieces of high-quality Qing ceramics lying around underneath me. He then went on to blame everyone else apart from himself, saying, I suppose that seeing as they were the prized possession of the museum, they were just lying on a windowsill. I thought they might take better care of them. If those vases had been at the British Museum, they would have been secure and not left where someone could bump into them. And if there had been a handrail, I would have been able to grab hold of it. Asked if he was a clumsy person, Mr. Flynn said, well, I've been driving for a considerable amount of time and not had any serious accidents, and I seem to have most of my faculties. I have a few household accidents, maybe drop a cup or two, smash a plate, but nothing like this has ever happened to me before. The museum, however, when asked to comment, merely said, the museum director has written to Mr. Flynn, asking him not to visit again in the near future. It seems to me that many people struggle to say sorry today. One commentator writes, deep love for God is accompanied by deep change of heart and action, not just at the start of the Christian life, but all the way through it. The greatest prayer of repentance or saying sorry is found in Psalm 51 as David confesses his sin with Bathsheba and the consequences. Listen to these words. Have mercy on me, O God, according to your unfailing love, according to your great compassion, blot out my transgressions, wash away all my iniquity and cleanse me from my sin. For I know my transgressions and my sin is always before me. Against you and you only have I sinned and done what is evil in your sight. So you're right in your verdict and justified when you judge. Cleanse me with hyssop and I will be clean. Wash me and it will be whiter than snow. Create in me a pure heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me.